statement, Honorable Statement. Or statement.
Statement, sir, yes.
No more clarification, please. No more clarification, please. Mr. Ahmad, take your seat. No more clarification. No more clarification. Mr. Ahmad, please take your seat. No more clarification, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, honorable members are aware of the resolution adopted on 6th June 1998 by the United Nations Security Council.
Please take your seat. No, please take.
Now, Rules of Procedure 376, subclass 2. Now, I am reading about a business. Now, the question is, the Honorable Prime Minister is making a statement before the House regarding the implications of the Security Council decision. But what actually happened was, his spokesman, Pramod Mahajan, is making statements outside the House. When the House is in session, such statements ought to have been made by the Honorable Prime Minister before the House. This has become a mockery of the House. Because all these implications are spoken to by his spokesman outside the House.
No point of order, please. Mr. Radhakrishna, take your seat. Mr. Radhakrishna, take your seat. No point of order. Nothing will go on record. Please wait. No. No, please take your seat. No point of order. No. Please, Radhakrishna, please take your seat. No, nothing will go on record. No, please. Mr. Radhakrishna, take your seat. No, please take your seat. No, ऐसे नहीं है. Please take your seat. No, please take your seat. No, please take your seat. Please continue.
Honorable members are aware of the resolution adopted on the 6th June 1998 by the United Nations Security Council. I would like to take the House into confidence on our position on this matter. We regret that the Security Council has acted in a manner in which it has and produced a resolution which is completely unhelpful in respect of the objective it seeks to address. The resolution contains a number of references to nuclear non-proliferation. As I had mentioned in my earlier statement in the House, we are a responsible and committed member of the international community. The resolution urges us not to carry out any nuclear weapons test explosions. For India, such an urging is redundant because we have already instituted a voluntary moratorium. We have also indicated our willingness to explore ways and means of converting this undertaking into a de jure obligation. Further, we have made clear our readiness to engage in multilateral negotiations on a fissile material cut-off treaty in the Conference on Disarmament in Geneva. We cannot, however, be expected to commit ourselves in advance of these negotiations to unilaterally restrain production of fissile material. In keeping with our commitment to non-proliferation, we maintain the strict controls over export of nuclear materials and technologies. Our record in this has been impeccable and better than that of some countries who are parties to the NPT or members of the nuclear suppliers group or even permanent members of the United Nations Security Council. However, the call made in the resolution that we should stop our nuclear programs or missile programs is unacceptable. Decisions in this regard will be taken by the government on the basis of our assessments and national security requirements in a reasonable and responsible manner. This right, which we claim for ourselves, is not something new. It is the right of every sovereign country and a right that every government in this country has strongly upheld for the last 50 years. A glaring lacuna in the resolution is the total absence of a recognition that the non-proliferation issue is not a regional issue, but has to be dealt with in a non-discriminatory global context. We find it unfortunate that the UN Security Council resolution does not reflect on the judgment of the highest international judicial body, the International Court of Justice, which has questioned the legitimacy of nuclear weapons and called for urgent negotiations for their elimination. In the paper on the evolution of India's nuclear policy laid on the table of this House, we have reiterated our commitment to nuclear disarmament. Let me categorically state that unlike other nuclear weapon states who have sought to retain their exclusive hold over their nuclear arsenals, India has no such ambition. Government is committed to initiatives that can open negotiations for a global convention for the elimination of all nuclear weapons. The attempt to project the recent test by India as a threat to peace and security is totally misguided and grossly out of focus. Such a portrayal of our policy ignores the positive steps announced by government to which I have already referred, both in the global disarmament framework and the regional context. Our tests were necessary because of the failure of a flawed non-proliferation regime, and therefore we categorically reject the notion that these have adversely affected either regional or global security. Government have indicated willingness to engage in a meaningful dialogue with key interlocutors on the whole range of nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation issues. Last week, Special Envoy Shri Mishra visited Paris and London in this regard. He had meetings at the senior-most levels in the two capitals. Dialogues with other countries are also planned. These dialogues have to be seen as part of a process that will lead to a better understanding of India's position. Honorable members are aware that India has always desired a peaceful, friendly, and mutually beneficial relationship with Pakistan based on confidence and respect for each other's concerns. I have already said on the floor of both the houses, and I would like to reiterate that a secure and prosperous Pakistan is in India's interest. Our vision of our bilateral relationship is not confined to a resolution of outstanding issues, but is also directed to the future by seeking to building a stable structure of cooperation which will benefit the peoples of both countries. As I wrote recently to Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, we must not remain mired in the past, prisoners of old contentions. And I say to him today, let us put the past behind us. Let us think of the welfare of our children and grandchildren. We have remained committed to a path of direct bilateral dialogue with Pakistan. This reflects the nation's conviction and confidence that it is only through direct discussions in a sustained and constructive manner that we can move ahead in our bilateral relationship. I would again like to reiterate our desire for the earliest resumption of the official talks with Pakistan. The subjects for discussion including peace and security, along with confidence-building measures, Jammu and Kashmir, economic and commercial cooperation, and cross-border terrorism have been identified. Our proposals for the modalities of these talks have been with Pakistan since January this year. We await their response. We have also made it clear once again that there is no place for outside involvement of any nature whatsoever in our dialogue process with Pakistan. Honorable members have expressed strong reservations against attempts to internationalize the Kashmir issue. There is simply no question of India ever agreeing to such internationalism. UN Security Council has chosen to mention Kashmir in its resolution. This is unacceptable and does not change the reality that the state of Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of the Indian Union. I would also like to draw the attention of the honorable members to the terms in which Kashmir finds mention in the resolution. The UN Security Council has recognized that bilateral dialogue has to be the basis of India-Pakistan relations, and mutually acceptable solutions have to be found for outstanding issues, including Kashmir. This is in keeping with our position. Thank you.
With regard to talk submission of Vajpayee ji. One chalk was submission was chalk was submission. With regard to chalk was submission, small submission.